I'm Chelsea.
And I'm Sharna.
And you're watching For a Couple of Gays. We have both been sick, which is why we haven't done a video for a while. Sharna's had the flu for 18 weeks. It feels like.
Oh, yes. I work with children, and one of the little boys goes to childcare as well, which is a breeding ground for contagion. So he brought home the flu and tonsillitis, and everyone got it. And I continued working, so I never got rid of it.
Yes, and I didn't get the flu, funnily enough, but I did for the last probably 4 or 5 days. I've had some kind of virus, gastro bug thing. So
yeah.
I've only really started eating today from Wednesday, so I look a bit pale and gross, but we're
all
in
together now, everyone. Oh, poor us.
and we're in our pajamas. So anyway,
yeah.
But we thought we would do a belated Mother's Day video.
Yeah, it could count for next year. So it's so.
Yeah, so the topic was, just your relationship with your mum and how you came out to her and
Dun, dun.
that kind of thing. So my mum, I'll go. Do you want me to go first? Or?
Oh, yes.
Good old Judy is my mum. I should have brought a photo to show her. Maybe we can put a couple of photos on at the end or something. You see.
Do you have any on the computer?
Oh, no.
No.
Actually, so sorry, we won't do that. But
I've
anyway,
got one on my phone.
My mum is a funny character. She's well, firstly, I love my mum very much, but we don't have I wouldn't call it a great relationship. She's just pretty. She's a little bit
detached.
Yeah,
Emotionally detached.
Yeah. So she's had a lot of issues. Like she's suffered with panic attacks and anxiety for most of her life, and she only actually got diagnosed and treated, I think, about maybe I don't know how long now, maybe 6 years ago.
Oh, really?
6 or 7 years ago. So that explains a lot. Growing up, because she didn't really know what was going on. But she's funny. Like she's not very much of a talker. Like I'll ring her, and she doesn't really talk. She'll be
doesn't ask questions.
Nah, she'll be like, I'll be like, "Hi, Mum, how you going? Good.
What have you been up to? Not much.
Nothing.
Nothing.
What's been happening? Nothing. How's Dad? Fine. How are you? Fine. Like, it's really, she doesn't, open up a lot. And I guess our relationship, I mean, she's just not a touchy-feely, emotional person. Affectionate at all. Like, I only heard her say, I love you for the first time probably when I was, how old would I have been? 21, and that was when I went overseas for the first time.
Breaks my
heart. I know.
heart.
So, and look, don't get me wrong. I don't think she doesn't love me, and I've never sort of thought that. But she just doesn't know really how to show it.
That's what I mean. I think there's some sort of emotional blockage that's never developed. Do you know what I mean? It's not like she's doing it to be mean. It's just never developed in her.
I don't know.
It's very bizarre.
It is a little bit bizarre, but and it's a bit sad, like, and, we've, still realising today several issues that have been caused by my mum.
Aren't they all?
Yeah, exactly. We've all got issues from our mum.
Poor mums.
I know.
They get a hard copying, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. So, but, there's not a lot I can really say. When I came out to my mum, she was weird to start with, and she didn't kind of say a lot, and then later I don't know whether she said it to me or she said it to Dad, but she thought it was her fault.
I don't think she'd say that to you.
I can't remember. I think she might have said it to Dad, and Dad told me. I don't know. Or no, she might have said it to me. I think I asked her. I drilled it out of her. What's the matter?
Yeah.
And she thinks it's her fault and that she should have dressed me in more dresses and just ridiculous.
Chelsea
stuff.
was a slacks kind of little girl.
Yeah,
You
but
and
look,
your slacks at kinder.
I know. Yeah, so like we had this is off the topic, but we had a uniform in the first primary school I went to, and the girls wore like a pleated skirt and the boys wore slacks and jumper option, and there's a photo of me with two other boys and two other girls, and of course the girls had the pleated skirts on and I had the slacks option with the boys. So
Like a boy.
I'm like, wasn't a dyke though. Like I never.
You were just a real little
I was just a
ruffian, weren't
tomboy.
you? Little ruffy girl.
Yeah. So anyway, it was ridiculous. But now though,
But
having
why did they? Sorry to interrupt. Why did they let you have the boys' uniform?
because I wanted it.
So they just gave it to
me. Yeah. Anyway,
There we go.
so
Equal right.
yeah, exactly. What was I saying? So look, and in terms of now, Mum is absolutely fine with me being gay and loves Sharna
Well,
she does as much as she can.
as much as she can, she's fine with that. There's no awkwardness between us, but there's no real, give us a hug, love, or
No.
how are you? It's just
No.
no issue, but no.
Yeah, and I mean, look, my mum's an alcoholic as well. I probably should mention. So, she, she does talk a little bit more when she's had a few. That's for sure.
Which is great, but it's sad that it has to come from that
but,
way. But.
Yeah, but look, what do you do? I've spent many years trying to change them, and that doesn't work. So that's. And I don't see them that often, actually. They live in country Victoria in a place called Donald, which is the arse end of the earth, if you ever want to go there.
If anyone wants to get a chronic mental illness,
move
to Donald.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Crap.
It's like you'd imagine like those old
town.
Western films where you see the hay bales.
And I'm not from there, by the way. They moved there when I was 16, which is a whole other video, because I lived in like this upbeat, hip, cool, funky inner city suburb, and then
wait a minute, it's that place now, but when you grew up there it was the criminal centre of Melbourne.
Yeah, it was, but it was still inner city Melbourne.
It wasn't hip and funky.
It is now, but anyway.
It is now.
No, but anyway, so they moved there, and so I tried to see him. If I probably only see him, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 times a year. I'm trying to make an effort to see them a bit more often, but yeah. So that's about it, really. So no, not a great relationship, not a bad one. Like I speak to her every couple of weeks on the phone, and But
you're still doing your bit as a daughter.
Yeah, and the way I look at it is that she did the best that she knew how to do, which was probably not great, but.
Which I'm like amazed by Chelsea's acceptance of it all, because some of the stories I've heard and everything, will break my heart. But Chelsea's you've just got such a positive outward towards it, and you don't let it stop you from, you have no bitterness or whatever. Very accepting of it and not letting it ruin your life or the way, I suppose, we develop when we become parents. So.
Yeah, I know what not to do.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's You could have gone the whole other way.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yes. Oh, well,
your mama.
Have a bit of a chat about my mum, good old Cheryl.
Shezza.
My mum is
awesome.
She's great. From my mum and I have always been really close from the minute I popped out of her vagina.
Of course.
No, but there's 10 years and 8 years age gap between me, my brother and sister, so I was kind of like my mum's, like a new child into the family, and we did everything together, and till I was 12, and then the eventual stepfather came into the story, and that was really hard because...
Yeah, you should say, because Sharna's mum was a single mum.
Oh, yeah, she was a single parent, sorry. Yes, she divorced my father when I was 3, so I never grew up with a father figure in the house. It was just me and mum and older brother and sister. So sit down, Frank. And so then she eventually met my stepdad, and that was really hard to adjust to because I got replaced. And I'm not saying that from bitterness, although I was at the time, but I really did get replaced. Sort of everything that me and my mum did together, that just got stopped, and it took over from her new partner's side. So that was really hard to deal with. So I didn't take to him too well at the start. Then we did come together as a whole family. Now's a different story, but, we've all got crap going on. So Mum and I were really, really close. Then I had a sort of a long-term illness for quite a few years in my 20s. I had an eating disorder, and Mum and I, it was awful. We had a terrible relationship. It was completely destructive. And as much as
she didn't really know, not that I knew then. But
no, she didn't understand, and so I didn't have support. My stepdad resented me for it because I was so sick. I had to move back home, and it was just a terrible, toxic situation. Mum didn't know how to deal with it, and so we really, there was a lot of real hate there. I was going through something really intense, and Mum's only way to deal with it was to fly back in attack and anger. So, I think that relationship being so destructive, I think it kept me sick for longer than it should have. Eventually though, I got myself together and started recovered and moved back out of home, got my own place, just took on my independence again, and from that moment, Mum and I became best friends again. Yeah. So, and since then, we've occasionally have some issues with little bouts of depression and that coming back in, and she's been very different. She's been good. She's got enough insight now where she might not always know the right thing to do or say, but she doesn't attack me for it. She knows. I think she's quite proud of herself. I think she likes to be an educator to all her friends at golf about these sorts of things, and I think she's quite proud of herself. That she's developed, because I think my mum was quite emotionally detached to these kind of things as well, and she's got a lot more. She's really matured. In terms of a worldly view, because she was a single mum for so many years and closed off, and now my mum has the best social life. She plays golf. She's like
3 days a week.
Club champion. She's like the president of the golf club. Mahjong. She has her own craft room. She does cookathons on Monday.
And she loves me.
She loves Chelsea. And my coming out story was really quite funny, actually. I was really, really stressed, and it was when I was at uni, and I had a partner at the time, and I went to uni in country Victoria, so Mum...
You haven't had a partner before me?
Oh, forgot to mention that. So anyway, I was up at uni, and Mum and my sister was like a 2-hour drive away, so they came up. So already it's like, oh my gosh, we have to travel to get the news. And they knew that I wanted to share something with them, but they didn't know what. So already, just Mum's freaking out. And, so everyone was sitting outside, and no one really, they're all here, they arrived, you drink, cup of coffee, whatever. No one's saying anything. Eventually Mum just said, all right, what have you got to tell me?
And that's... If Sharna does her mum's voice, you would think that she was a drag queen.
My mum is so... she's so elegant, but she's got this air about her that's very drag queen, darling. And it's very something
Sharna.
of... Very dynasty. Is it? Or dynasty, however you say it. Dynasty, dynasty.
Show, so.
Anyway, so anytime my friends imitate my mum, it's always as a drag queen, darling. She doesn't talk like that at all, but there's something about her that... She does a little bit. So eventually Mum said, all right, what have you got to tell me? And I said, well, Mum, I'm seeing someone. Right. And it's a woman. Oh, thank God, I thought you were going to say you're pregnant. It would have been straight to the clinic, that's fine. And that was it. She thought I was pregnant. I wasn't. Anything else was tip top.
Yep.
And
Great.
yeah, I mean, it took her quite a while to
But she never liked the previous partner, though.
No, never liked. She didn't. No, she never liked the previous partner.
No.
Yeah, she Yeah, so she was fine. I would say that it took her a few years to actually tell people that I was gay.
Same with mine.
Or even just say the word
as
gay. Like Chelsea would be, this is Sharna's friend. But now
good
this
friend.
is good friend, special friend.
Yeah.
But now
Anyway.
this is Chelsea, Sharna's partner, and my mum like openly says, "Oh, my daughter's gay," and like even that's just
it's
like
it's
weird.
cool or something.
Yeah, I know, she's proud of it.
Yeah.
So
which is good.
yes, so that's our mummies. We love them very much.
We do.
And
they're
as
not
much
perfect,
as
but
somehow,
they're ours.
yeah, we'll be in therapy one day about them. But
I'm sure we will.
they've made us who we are today, and I think considering. It was a very different generation back then, and my mum was actually very similar to Chelsea's in a lot of ways in terms of just the era. My mum seems to have evolved with the times though, whereas I think your mum's kind of stayed stuck in that place.
Yeah.
But,
anyway, we better wrap it up.
Yeah, sorry to go on so long.
Yeah, good to see everyone, and come and check us out at Two Baby Mamas as well.
Bye guys.
See ya.